Hey, what's up, Rotary Swing golfers? This is RST instructor Chris Tyler, and we are back with this week's tour analysis with a specialty shot this week. So we just followed up the President's Cup, and I know that we've had a lot of questions on how do those guys on TV flight their wedges down? How do I hit that shot myself? And that's what we're going to be discussing this week. I'm going to show you guys Bill Haas and Adam Scott two key moves in each of their golf swings that allow them to control their trajectory and get a ton of compression at the same time. So if this is something you're lacking in your game, you want to pay really close attention to today's review. Okay guys, so if you're joining us on our YouTube channel, and before I get started with today's analysis showing you these two key moves between Bill Haas and Adam Scott, I want to let you know I'm going to go ahead and include a preview of a premium video called the Penetrating Wedge Shot at the end of this video. And if you want to go ahead and see that video in its entirety for free, go ahead and click the link in the description below at any time, or you can click the annotations that pop up on the screen. That'll take you right over to the website where you can sign up for that free membership and see that video in its entirety free of charge, no problem. Remember, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post that up and I'll help you out as best I can. Also, make sure you click the subscribe button here, and that'll give you updates anytime we put out any more of our free videos here. Let's get started. Okay gang, so I know a lot of us have had the chance to go to a professional golf tournament in the past, or maybe we even seen it on TV. Where we see these golf pros really start to control their trajectory, hitting a lot of these boring, penetrating style shots. And some of us have even had the luck to be able to pull that shot off on our own and really never had a good understanding of what the heck we did and how the heck we do it again. And that's where our focus is going to be this week, is we're going to talk about two of the really key moves that allow you to control trajectory, which is critical for windy conditions and also being able to control the spin on the golf ball, which is a very big part of the game these days. And so we're going to be focusing on two really big areas of both Haas and Scott's golf swing. And then we're going to lay out a good game plan for you moving forward so that you can understand how you're going to start to work this into your own game. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to back both players up to the top of the swing. We're only looking at it from the top of the swing down this week because we're not going to look at a lot of the other moving parts here. But our focus is going to be on the lead wrist and our body position. And so what we're going to look at here in the first place is the lead wrist is now facing up towards the sky. Bill Haas is a little bit more cupped than Adam Scott at the top, but I want you to pay close attention to how the lead wrist starts to rotate on the way down. So the lead wrist is starting to rotate, and as we start to approach the trail thigh, you can see now that the glove logo is now gone from being faced up towards the sky to being faced back here at us at home. But more importantly, what I want you to take notice of is the position of the lead side of the body at this particular junction of the golf swing. So what you're going to notice here is that the lead ankle, the lead knee, the lead hip socket, and the lead shoulder are all right on top of one another. That's a really big part of being able to control your trajectory, because that's helping you control the bottom of the swing arc. All right, so our lead ankle, our lead knee, our lead hip socket, and our lead shoulder are all right on top of each other as the lead wrist is starting to approach the trail thigh. So let's go ahead and take a look at Adam here. You're going to see something very similar. Okay, you see him make a shift, and then as his hands start to work down in front here, you're going to see that the glove logo is now facing back towards us at home, and you're going to notice that the lead side of the body is really stacked up here. Very, very textbook-like move to being able to control trajectory. So now, what I want you to understand is that the body movements are getting you set up to be able to control where the bottom of the swing arc is, but now what's going to control the trajectory of the shot is the lead wrist. Okay, the lead wrist is really responsible for being able to control what the ball is doing. So if you were to have a flat wrist position, that in turn is going to have a little bit of forward shaft lean, but if you were to try to have a really bowed left wrist, that in turn is going to cause you to have more forward shaft lean, which is going to help the golf ball come off really low. So we've got some videos that'll help you out with that. We'll get into that here just a little bit further. But what I want you to notice here from Adam, as he starts to work down into the hitting area, you're going to see that this glove logo is now facing down the target line. All right, here we are at impact, where we've got just a little bit of forward shaft lean here, probably 7-8 degrees or so. And you're going to see very similar position here with Bill Haas. So you can see glove logo is now down his target line. Okay, and you can see that got a little bit of forward shaft lean here and a good stacked up lead position. So this is really kind of where the rubber meets the road when it comes to controlling trajectory and being able to flight your golf ball properly. Is you always want to think body position and lead wrist position. And in turn, you'll be able to start to control those wedge shots just like the guys you see on TV. So a couple videos that are going to help you out with this whole process. We have the penetrating wedge shot All these videos that I mentioned are going to be over here to the right-hand side of the video player. Just go ahead and click that recommended videos tab. They'll all populate for you. We have the penetrating wedge shot. We've got the knuckles down, logo down. That's another good video that's going to teach you how to get the club face into a good position down in the hitting area with good forward shaft lean. We also have squaring the face. Those videos are all fantastic that teach you how to get some gradual rotation, and it's also right in the midst of the new Perfecting Your Impact Position series that we're releasing right now. So you can go ahead and start to tie all these together, and you're going to be well on your way to hitting some really good controlled golf shots on the golf course and never question yourself how you did it. All right, gang, so that's today's review. Get out there and let's control those wedge shots and make it a great day.
The most common area that I see amateurs struggle with on a consistent basis is with their wedges. For many golfers, hitting their wedges even a reasonable distance is difficult to do because they hit them too high. So what we're going to talk about today are the three main keys to hitting solid, flat, penetrating wedge shots. So I've got my 60-degree wedge here, and I'm 85 yards out from the target. Now, for many of you, hitting a 60-degree wedge 85 yards is simply out of the question, but it doesn't have to be, because all you need to understand are three keys to hitting wedge shots properly. First of all is setup. The setup is critical for wedge shots, and there's a simple key that I'm going to give you that I want you to remember for the rest of your life here. All you need to remember for setup for the wedge shots is the buttons on your shirt. So in other words, the placard or buttons on my shirt, I want them to be in front of the ball. Now, a lot of times we talk about making sure the left side of your head is behind the ball and getting set up behind the ball and turning behind the ball. With the wedge shots, it's different. You're making a shorter swing, you need a steeper angle.